Hello everybody, my name is Lori. This is Lolly Joe Budget and Debt Payoff Journey. Today I am so excited. I get to do my very first cash stuffing, not cash stuffing, the other thing, cash condensing. I get to do my very first cash condensing. I'm so excited and I'm glad that you're here to experience this with me. And so let's get started. So I went to the bank and I got 35 $20 bills. So let's go ahead and count them out. Those are not. These came out of my wallet. These came out of my wallet. Don't want to count those. Okay. So here we go. There's one. 35 $20 bills is $700, by the way. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So, what I'm going to do is so I have each one of my binders here, and they all have $20 in them. And these are my categories. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the $20 out, that's ones and twos and fives, maybe a 10 or 2, and put in a $20 bill, but I'm also going to put in a $1 bill, so I have a total of $21 in each one. Okay? And we got some other stuff to do too, but we'll get started with that. I hope everybody's had a wonderful week. I have. Considering I got to work from home 2 days of the week, so that's kind of cool. Okay, so I will try to remember to read the titles of each one. I just saw my hair. It is sticking straight up. Alright, just don't look at that. Okay, so the personal care, the goal is $25. And currently there's $20 in here. So I'm going to take $20, $20 bill, and a $1 bill. Alright, and these dollar bills that I'm taking out, I am going to use for my next cash stuffings for the next several weeks. Okay? And I'll go through and update the trackers after. Should I zoom in just a little bit? Sometimes I feel like I got you guys too close, and that makes watching a little bit uncomfortable. Okay, the next one is household supplies. That goal is $55. Hobbies, the goal is $50. And dine out is $75. Alright, auto expenses is $100. Apparel is $100. We're actually supposed to get cold weather this weekend also. Sissy is $273 is the goal. Planning and budget supplies is $200. Alright, and groceries is $3.50. Okay, annual expenses and giving. Now, my debt payoff planner is $24. I checked today because I haven't been like automatically charged the $24. And it says that my renewal was January 17th. But I'm still able to access it. So I'm wondering, because I know there's a free version, and there's the version I paid for is $24. And the reason I got that pro version was because I had so many debts I needed. They have a limited number of spaces for debts for the free version. So I paid for the pro version because I had so many debts. But now that I have paid, now that I've paid down so many of my debts, I really don't need the pro version anymore. And they did not charge me. They didn't automatically charge me anything. So I'm thinking I must have had to have set it up so I had to go in and make the payment. I thought I'd set it up so it would be automatic, but I guess I didn't. It's been a year, so who knows what I did. But I'm thinking I'm not going to need this anymore. So I'm going to keep it for now, for another week or so, to see if it just stops working. I think I just got the free version now, and I don't have to pay the $24. So, but for now, I'm just going to go ahead and leave it in here. And then when I figure out what the deal is with that, I'll take the I'll take out the money and put it towards something else. Okay, NRRPT is 75. Nope, wrong direction. There we are. And my umbrella policy. I paid for my umbrella policy today. I know it's early. It's not due till March. But I got the bill. And there was something weird about the bill. It said I still owed $1 from last year. Which I don't understand that. Why would I pay $161 and not $162? But it said I owed $1. So I just went ahead and paid for the $1 and the $162 today. And I used my Chase account to pay for it. The Chase account is my account that I use for kind of like giving myself money to spend when I go see my mom. Well, when I went to see my mom, I didn't spend any of it. So it was sitting in there free to be used. So I used it. Car registration and taxes is $255. And tax prep. Update on tax prep. I talked to the lady who did my taxes, who's been doing my taxes for years, and found out, I'm pretty sure I told you guys, I found out that she's no longer with the company that I was using, and I'm trying to figure out, how can I get my money back from the company so I can have her still do my taxes. So I'm still working on that. I called her and I left her a message, but I haven't heard back yet. I think she's just very busy, being a new business owner and stuff. I had blueberries for a snack today, and I got blueberry seeds in my teeth. Okay, life insurance, $470. Escrow, $491.19. So today, when I went to the bank to get the money, while I was there, the teller, he says, "You want to save some money?" I said, "What do you mean?" And he said they're running a special or something on insurance, to see if I can get a lower rate on my insurance. And so I said, well, you could look. I'd be surprised. My insurance, my car insurance, my homeowner's insurance, I think is reasonably priced. But I said, sure, you go ahead and look. So if I can get my insurance down, my homeowner's insurance down, less than what it is, that'll save me a little bit on my escrow. But from what I understand, you know, the state approved an increase across the board. So I can't imagine that they're going to be able to give me a new policy for less money if the insurance, if the state approved a across the board increase. So it'll be interesting to see what they say anyway. So my HOA dues is $929.61, and car insurance, what I was just saying, it is due March 18th. So, and it's $463 right now, and some odd cents. I don't know the exact amount, but I guess I'll find out here shortly if it's gonna stay there. Maybe, I can't imagine it'd be less than that. I mean, that doesn't seem very expensive to me, but maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, which is a real possibility. So donations, goal is $800, but I am thinking about reinstating my monthly desire to give money away, to make random donations. I'm thinking about going back to church, and if I do, then I would want to give money to the church that I'm going to. But last year when I was doing this, I was budgeting $100 a month, and then after a few months I stopped doing it altogether, just made it zero. So if I restart this, I'm thinking $25 a month is sufficient at this time. And Christmas is $200. Oh, no, no, no. What am I doing? Hold on. Hold on. I almost messed up. I was like, I saw this $100 bill back there. Okay. So, it's going to be 121. Almost messed that up. I would have been like, where's this $100? Okay. That's fine. Okay. Household bills. Guess what? This is now going to be my very first one. My HVAC is going to be fully funded. My very first fully funded envelope. So excited. Okay. So the total is $21.44. The 44 cents matters. I'm putting it in there. Every penny counts. So I made some fully funded papers. I'll stick it in there. Next time you'll see it. So excited. So going forward, what I'll do is I'll take that dollar and I'll put it into the next envelope, which was going to be the debt payoff planner envelope. But since that's probably going to go away, it'll probably be one of the other lower expensive ones. Let me see. Oh, my personal care. I guess it'll go to personal care because it's $25. How fun is this? Okay. Alright, cell phone is, the goal is $31.54. And this now has 21. Google Fi is $82.91. And water is $136. I got a letter in the mail from my electric company yesterday, I guess, that said they're increasing the rates specifically between like 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. for 4 hours a day. They said they're increasing the rates because that's the time where the heaviest load. And they said they're significantly decreasing the rates for the other 20 hours of day. And they said, in the letter it said, you can control your bill. You have more control over your bill or something like that. And I was like, I am not likely to change how I use electricity. You know, it's just, to me it sounds scammy, and they're trying, the message is that you can lower your bill if you use less electricity between 3 and 7 p.m. And I'm like thinking, I don't understand what they think I'm going to do. not use my AC at the hottest time of day. Anyway, I can't imagine that it's going to be a net positive in my favor. I expect my bill will be exactly the same, if not more. But I'm real fortunate. Actually, I feel like my electric bill is reasonable compared to what I've heard other people have said. My house is kind of small. There's just 2 people here. And I try to control the AC so that I keep the temperature in the house kind of high so that the AC doesn't run too much. But I don't know what else I'm going to be able to do about it. I'm going to just keep doing what I'm doing, I think. Besides just not using the AC. I don't know. Anyway, 170 is the current number. Alright, lawn care, $235. And natural gas is $90. Alright, that's it for this binder. And debt and savings. So, mortgage, $2,200. And 401k. So I want to put an extra $20 in here. So that's why I got my wallet money over here. So now I will have plus an extra 20. So okay, so I don't need, there was already 20 in here, so I don't have to condense that. But I still want to put in $1. So now I'll have 141. I better write that down, I'll forget. 130. And I'm going to put $21 in, so 141. Alright. Car payments, $352.12. Okay. My first home improvement loans, $294.54. My second home improvement loan is $272.81. Have you guys ever used the YNAB or any of the other online budgeting apps? I tried the Dave Ramsey budgeting app one time several years ago and I could not get the hang of it, made a mess of it. It was mostly irritating, and so I was not successful at it. Maybe I should have tried harder, but if I have to try too hard on it, I can't. You know what? It's just not worth it. I just do everything on paper. But I was thinking about eventually maybe trying YNAB, but YNAB is kind of pricey. I looked at the price and I remember it being kind of outside my budget. But there are others out there also. But anyway, if you guys have used one in the past and you liked it, will you please just let me know? I don't know when I would ever use it, and like in the future, I don't know when I would use it in the future, but I'm kind of like thinking about that maybe someday. So my Fidelity credit card, $53. And like I said last time, when I get this paid off, I'm going to take the money that's in here and to put it towards my next debt, which would be one of the home improvement loans. And emergency fund is $100. Insurance deductibles, $2,000. Okay, so that's all of them. All of those. Look at this pile. Isn't this cool? 1s and 5s. I think there's... Are there any 10s? I'm not sure if there's any 10s in here. I think it's just all 1s and 5s. I'll get them organized later on. Oh my gosh, there's so many. So I started this September 5th, I think, or 4th. Yep, December 5th. September 5th. Oh my gosh. And it is now, it's January 30th. So September, October, November, December, January. So it took me 5 months to save up $700. That seems like a long time just to save up $700. But that's what it was. But that's fine. Slow and steady wins the race. It's been 20 weeks. Yeah. Okay, so there's that. Next is my $200 savings challenge. We're doing red these days. One, two, three, four. I have 4 in here now. This is for an extra credit card payment. Fidelity is the one I'm currently working on, so it's probably where it'll go. Right, then we have the 1, 2, 5, and $10 challenges, and I do have one of each right here. So let me see, 5, 10, 15. So there should be $15 in here, and I don't want to condense these if I don't have to, so I'm just going to put the 1 in there. And then the $2 challenge. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 42, 44. And the $5 challenge. Look at this. I only have, after this week, I have 3 more weeks. And I will have this done. And I will take the money and put some of it into my Christmas. And I will take whatever left over, I'll put into debt. That seems reasonable, right? Alright, and the $10 challenge. So 50, 100, 150, 220. Nice. Alright. And then my weekly challenge. And so for January 30th, it's $30. And January is done. So 30 plus 50 is 80. Total amount, $80. Nice. And then look right here. We'll go 80. Right there. Dun 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 dun. So let's go ahead and count this. So 20, 40. Ooh, we should condense it. Look, we can do another condensing right here. It's $80, so I should go 20, 40, 60, 80. I brought up my wallet money for this purpose. 1 month down, 11 to go. And the purpose of this is to make sure I have money to pay for my HOA dues in 2027. That's it. Ta-da! I'm so excited. My very first cash condensing. Well, I hope you guys are happy for me. And I am happy for you too, if that's what you're doing. And whatever it is you're doing for your budget and your finances and stuff, I'm here to support you. Whatever your method is. Alright, thank you very much. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.